Hello and welcome to Yoga for Tight Hips. A lot of you guys coming in here feel like you can barely move your hips. You feel like you don't know how to improve and you just feel at a loss. And I have worked with a lot of people that feel that way, and I promise you the only way to actually build that mobility within the hips is to practice the movements even when they feel impossible. There may be some movements that we do in this practice where it feels like you're telling your body to do it, but it's not happening. And I want you to know that that simple connection right there is important for building that mobility. You need to create those mind-body connections, and you also need to train your body to feel safe in those movements. So a lot of it is not even actually you not having any mobility in your hips. It's really just your body protecting yourself, tightening the muscles surrounding the joints because it does not feel safe in them because you don't do them. So the body just wants to protect itself. So what we're going to be doing in this little routine is training your body to feel safe in opening up the hips. So breath work is key here. Make sure that you do listen to the breath that I'm cueing, taking deep breaths in, always through the nose, and then big long exhales through the mouth. Really lets your body know and your nervous system know that you are safe. I do encourage you to have blocks for this practice. If you don't have them, that's okay. But I really do recommend getting these. And these are not just for beginners. These are useful for all levels. So they're very cheap. I think it's like $6 on Amazon. Get yourself a pair if you don't have them already. We're going to get started in child's pose. Knees out nice and wide. Big toes to touch. Push back. Hips to your heels. Draw your chest all the way down. And I want you to rest your forehead on the mat if you can. But I'm not going to, just for my mic purposes. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, melt your chest to the floor. Deep breath. Nice long exhale, relax and melt into the ground. Let every fiber of your being relax. Inhale and exhale. Inhale again. And then exhale. Right. Now from here we're going to come into froggy pose. And I know you're thinking, whoa, that's a huge jump. Yes and no, because froggy is a great way to have a really powerful passive stretch because the floor will be pushing your knees, of course, open, right? But you want to go into it nice and slowly, and I also do encourage you to make sure that your knees are on your mat so that they're on the soft part because it can be quite painful if they're not. So quite literally from child's pose, just coming forward, opening up the knees nice and wide. Have your knees in line with your hips here, and then your feet flexed and pointing out. Come onto your forearms, take a deep breath in here. Just allow your knees to open as wide as they can. I mean, if you're all the way up here still, don't worry, that's totally fine. Just go as wide as you can. With each breath, you'll notice that your hips open up a little bit more. So we're gonna take 3 deep, long breaths here. Deep breath in through the nose. And then exhale it out, relax. I know it can feel intense. Deep breath in. Big exhale and relax. Deep breath. Exhale, relax. Last breath. And exhale, relax. From here, bring your right foot in. So it's coming in underneath you, and then you're going to push back to sit on your bum. Okay? So we're coming straight into a 90-90. So we've got sort of a square shape with the front leg and the back leg. If you feel like this is just too intense for you, bring a block next to you. Bring your hand on top of that block to push you up. Or if this is too much for your hips, you can also pop the block underneath that right cheek right there, and that should take a lot of pressure off of your hips as well. So your option there. Otherwise, we are going to fold, so you have the option to also stay there or inhale. As you exhale, lean forward, fold over your front leg, As I say though, if it's too intense, just stay where you are, still getting a lot of benefits from the pose. So really opening up that front hip here, drawing that right knee down towards the ground. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale again. And exhale, fold. Slowly come all the way back up. Bring that right foot back underneath. Come forward. We're coming back into froggy. Feet pointing out, flexed. As well, we're protecting the knee that way with the flex. And then, of course, your knees are in line with your hips here. Deep breath in. You should feel a little bit lower this time. Exhale. Relax. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. I know you're like, girl, what do you mean relax? Try to relax your muscles. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Okay, let's do the same thing with the other side. So we're going to bring that left foot under. You can come forward to do so. Left foot underneath. And then we're coming straight into bringing the bum back. 90-90. Nice little square with the front leg. And then, of course, take those modifications if need be. Either block underneath the hand or underneath that left cheek. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Or stay where you are and fold. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Deep breath. Exhale, fold. One more time. And fold. Slowly rise all the way back up. We're going to come into froggy one last time, I promise. Bring that left leg underneath again. And then come forward, bringing that left leg back out. Inhale. Exhale. Melt. Do you feel a little bit lower yet? Inhale. Exhale, melt. And if you're not lower yet, don't worry. Sometimes your body just really wants to hold on to the tension. Just have to practice it more. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold into it. Last one. And exhale. Okay. Bring both your feet underneath and then close your knees like a book. Push back, child's pose. So we've got our knees together. We're in a child's pose now. Just countering that stretch. Whenever you're opening your knees really wide like that, you want to always make sure that you close your legs, you close your knees. Take a few moments to just counter that. Very, very important to avoid injury there. Deep breath in and exhale. Let's come forward onto our stomachs. Create a pillow with your hands. Bring your elbows out nice and wide. Rest your forehead on top of your hands here. I'm just lifting up, for the mic purposes. All right, so from here, we're going to create a little bit of a mobility and strengthening moment in the hips. So with your forehead resting on the mat, kick your right heel to your booty as far as it can go. Inhale. As you exhale, can you lift your knee off the ground? Lower it back down. Exhale, lift it off the ground. Inhale, back down. Exhale, lift. Back down. Last one. Back down. Inhale again. Exhale, lift. Now, can you straighten your leg all the way out? Bring it down to the ground. Not easy. This is a moment where I'm telling you, if nothing's happening, don't worry too much. And you feel like your leg is not even lifting off the ground, don't stress. Just creating that connection is enough, okay? Kick your heel to your booty. Exhale, lift the knee. Extend the leg. Come back down. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Extend. And down. Last two. Extend. Down. Heel to booty. Lift. Extend. Down. Beautiful job. Other side. Inhale, kick your left heel to your booty. Exhale, lift that knee off the ground. Lower it down. Exhale, knee off the ground. Even if nothing's happening. And down. Exhale, lift. And down, last two. Beautiful job. Now, inhale. Exhale, lift that knee. Extend your left leg out and then bring it down. Inhale, heel to booty. Lift it up. Extend. Down. Inhale. Exhale. Extend. Down. Inhale. Exhale. Extend. Down. Last 2. And 1. Okay. Relax your forehead down to your hands one last time. Just melt into the ground. Inhale. As you exhale, slide your right leg, your right knee out. There we go. So kind of like a froggy, except it's one leg. And of course, we've extended the other. Don't push too far here. If it's really uncomfortable, just lessen the movement, make it smaller. Just do what feels good for you in this moment. And if your knee just feels really uncomfortable being on the ground like that, crashing over here, just bring yourself back so that your knee can rest on a soft area, or you can also bring like a pillow or something soft underneath. So we're still resting the forehead on the mat here. Deep breath in. Now, as you exhale, you're going to lift your foot up towards the sky. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't even have to move. If it does move at all, we're still creating the connections. Inhale. Exhale, lift the foot. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, lift. And 2. And 1. Okay. Slide that leg back out. We'll do the other side. Left knee comes out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, lift that left foot. Down. Exhale, lift. Down. Lift. Down. Left. Down. Last 2. And 1. Extend that leg back out. Bring your hands underneath. Your shoulders push back. Tabletop position. Come into a few rounds of cat-cow here. Nice long line from the top of your head to your tailbone. Wrists beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Inhale, draw the belly button down as you send your gaze out in front of you. Exhale, tuck in the pelvis, round the spine. Tuck in the chin. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Last one. And round. Come back to center. Tuck your toes under. Come to sit on your heels. Okay, so from here, we are going to come into sort of a low lunge, half split, back into low lunge, quad stretch. I encourage you to try this without the blocks, but I do want you to have them as support. And of course, if you're building that strength in the hips, this is really going to be something that you need to work on before you can go hands free. So do utilize the blocks if you're not feeling ready. Come straight into that low lunge. We've got the right foot in front. Tuck in your tailbone here so you feel a stretch in the front of the left hip. You can untuck or tuck the back toe, totally up to you. But utilizing the blocks here, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, come into the low lunge. And I'll show you without the hands as well. Tucking in that tailbone, you should really feel it in the front of that left hip. As you exhale, push back, we're coming into half split. It's not about getting your face towards your knee here. I want you to have a nice long spine, sending your tailbone back. It's not even about having a straight knee. I just really want you to feel it in the hamstring here. So we exhaled. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, push back. Without blocks, it's just simply doing this. Creating a lot of strength in the structure of the hip there, lubricating that joint as well. And you are lubricating it even if you're leaning on it, but just activating different muscles when you're practicing the balance and not using your hands. Last one. Okay. Now, bring your left hand down to the floor. Kick your left heel to your booty. You're going to feel it in your quad. Can you reach back for your foot? You can really open up the chest here. Can you reach your foot? If not, just reach back for it and then kick your heel to your booty as much as you can. And you can also utilize the block here to bring the ground closer to you if that's just too intense. Right? Deep breath in. Exhale, pull your heel towards your bum. Or just kick it a little bit more. Deep breath. Exhale, pull. Inhale. And exhale. Let it go. Bring both your hands back. Come back to sit on your heels. Deep breath in here. Notice how you feel. And exhale. Should feel pretty good in the hips right now. There's those sensations of like activation, blood flow, all of that should feel quite nice. Okay, so again, if you are going to utilize the box, bring them next to you. Pop your left leg in front of you, coming into low lunge on the other side. Your option here, what you want to do. Deep breath in. You can bring your hands anywhere you'd like. And then as you exhale, let's come back. Send your tailbone back. Don't focus on getting your nose to your knee. Really just focus. Nice long spine. Notice how you don't even have to go far down. If you're sticking your bum out, you're really feeling it in the hamstring. We're creating that pull apart from one another. Deep breath in. Exhale, send back. Come forward. Exhale, push back. Really doing just whatever you want with your hands. Whatever's in your practice today. Last two. Last one. Okay. Coming back down. You can pop your block underneath if you'd like. Right hand down. Right heel to your booty. Sending your hips down towards the ground. Can you reach back? Can you grab your quad? Can open up your shoulder there towards the sky. Keeping the breath nice and steady. With each exhalation, see if you can pull your foot a little closer to you. Deep breath. And exhale. Deep breath. And exhale. Let it go. Both hands down. Come back to sit on your heels. Come all the way up, untuck your toes. All right. This is a very tricky one. So again, going as far as you feel safe to do so. Don't push past your limits here. But we are going to be leaning back really strong activation in the quads will happen with this movement, and then a lot of strengthening in the hips. Bring your hands out in front of you, or to your hips as well works, but I find that balancing with the hands in front of you is a little bit better. Deep breath in. Now keeping the top of your body just long, we're not bending anything, start to lean back towards your heels. Not easy. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lean back. Inhale. Exhale, lean back, last two. Inhale. And then exhale, lean back. Inhale all the way back up. Come back to sit on your bum. One last thing before we finish up. We're going to do a straddle. So, option for how you want to do the straddle. I'm going to do it on the mat so that my heels stay on the mat for it to be nice and soft. Now, if your legs are here, please don't worry. If you feel like they need to be bent, please don't worry. Again, you can also utilize the block here. So you can pop your bum underneath, and then that should take some pressure off too. So you can come to a straddle a little bit easier that way as well. So just really elevating the hips helps. But come into your version of your straddle, please no pressure. Don't ever push this area. It can get injured quite easily. So you don't want to overdo it, but just come into your version of your straddle. I want it to feel comfortable. I don't want this to feel like you're really straining. Deep breath in, lift and lengthen. The chest is going up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, tuck in your pelvis. We're going to round, almost like someone's punching you in the stomach. Inhale, arch, come forward. Let me show you from the side. Just kicking the blocks. And then exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Last one. And then round. Grab underneath your knees. Bring your knees together. Knock them together. Take a breath. one last thing. Bring your knees out a little bit wider than your mat. Send your knees over to the right, and then the left, right. Tend to slide down the mat when you do that. Now open them both up at the same time. Ooh. Internal rotation on the left, external for both, internal right, external both, internal right. All right, close up the knees, and that's it. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that your hips feel nice and open. They probably feel a lot of things right now, especially if they are not used to being open. But that is really how you're going to get those mobile, strong, flexible hips. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to practice with me and showing up for yourself. And I will see you in the next one.